this assignment, and then I'm gonna go to bed. But guess what? I'm gonna wake up in 2 hours after I go to sleep. So from 12 to 2, I have 2 hours to sleep. Yes. And I'm gonna wake up and I have so much studying to do because I have a test at 9. After the test, I got class at 10 to 11. After that, I gotta get myself ready to go because we have vital signs lab tomorrow at Baptist. I'm not gonna say it. Y'all already know what school I got to. Who cares? But we have a lot to do and I'm losing my mind. And it's okay. Like, it's okay. Okay, guys. I don't know what day it is. It's Tuesday. And I woke up late. I was supposed to go to bed at 1 and wake up at 3 or 4, or I forgot. I don't know. But somehow I woke up at 5. My mama woke me up. She came in here asking for a scarf. So it was 5 o'clock. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to get up. So we have a little fast track going. I don't know. It's okay. So I'm just studying for my health assessment. And as you can see, it's talking about the interview right now and how you obtain objective data. Then we have a little minute to get ourselves together. And then we're on our way to the lab. Also remember, the priority vital sign is always respiration. So if they ask you what's the priority vital sign, respiration. Always think of like breathing. Like if you can't breathe, you can't do nothing. So okay, so I finished studying. The password is now available for the exam. I'm about to take the exam right now.
We won't be testing on which cranial nerves those are until the neuro component. So I don't think that's quite. So we can palpate the lymph nodes depending on, and all the way under the chin, down the neck, and the front.
Okay, I just got out the shower. I'm listening to music. And I'm finna get ready for lab now. So let's do my makeup. I got ready. I did a little makeup so I wouldn't look dead because I've only had like, I don't know, 4 hours of sleep. So yeah. Okay, so I packed everything I need. They said bring a piece of paper, so I just brought my notebook and my pencils in here, pens and pencils. And I also brought my computer just in case. She said bring a bag, because they're giving our supplies today. So I'm just put my supplies in here or whatever. I don't think I'm gonna bring my iPad, even though this is where all my notes are, just because I don't know. Maybe I should, because I don't know. I'm gonna bring it because this is where all my notes are. I'm gonna go ahead and bring my iPad. Got my keys and my wallet. I don't feel like bringing a purse. And yeah. Also, guys, I had to get a watch. Excuse my hairy arms. But we need a watch so we can take people's pulse rate and respiratory rate. This is not the correct time or day. I don't know how to set this watch, but just know in nursing school, you need a watch that counts down, or you need a watch with, Okay, so I'm gone. Angelica.
That's close. That's very.
I'm back. Y'all, I'm finna... First of all, I don't want to highlight the bad things first, but it was some bad things that happened. Let me check off the Vital Sign check-off sheet. So basically telling you what all we'll be learning how to do. Okay, let me tell y'all. Okay, so we put this on her face. And I feel like my voice is very high. So, like, it's hard to hear me, I guess. And it was just hard, like, because I had my mask on and then I also had this on. So, like, communication can be very hard when you have, like, all this stuff around your mouth and you already are a quiet person or a very light-spoken person. So, yeah, that sucked. But it's okay. It's hard to communicate for me. But it's okay. At least I was able to go to the lab. So, I immediately, like, I was having the time of my life. My backpack broke. But it's okay. And we got our supplies. The teacher was amazing. Everything was great. I mean, it was really fun. And we got this, the little scissors. I learned how to take blood pressure. We got the pen light. This is really cool. This goes with our stethoscope. And we learned how to properly use the stethoscope and how you're supposed to put it on. You're supposed to put it on this way, have the binaurals facing this way instead of this way. I learned how to actually take somebody's blood pressure. I actually learned how to put the cuff on. And here's just some more. Oh, this is the name tag for your, I keep wanting to call this a sphygmomanometer. This is a stethoscope. This is a sphygmomanometer. So this is the bag. I probably got to get a bag for everything so I can bring it up there. But like a lot of the stuff she was saying was almost like a review session. And that's how you know you're learning. Because you know the answers that she's saying in your head. You know what she's talking about. You can follow along and not be like, what? Huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not ashamed of it. I have a thingy on my chest. And I don't know where it came from. I think it's a keloid, but there's 2 of them. Yes, I do have thingies on my chest. It is a big deal. Yes, I do. So we did a skin assessment, y'all. And the teacher had paired us up to talk about, the skin. Like, talk about your partner's skin. And I didn't want to bring anything up that was crazy. Like, you don't want to say, oh, and it was more than just the skin. Like, you could talk about their weight, you could talk about their height. I didn't want to bring anything up that sound like bad. Like, it's just certain things you don't want to say. You don't want to say, oh, their skin is dry, or oh, they're this, or and I'm not saying the girl had dry skin, but you don't want to talk about it. Like, you don't want to talk about it. So y'all. This was brought up. Girl, I was like, okay. I thought I hid it with my necklace. You know, and I try to hide it sometimes, like, just because I'm so sick and tired of people talking about it. But, yes, they had talked about it, and they was like, you know, oh, yes. Like, oh, my God. Let me stop. Okay. It was the most embarrassing thing in my freaking life. If I could take that out of the whole thing, if I could take that experience from that, I had a really good time. It was fun learning, and at the end of the day, I enjoyed learning about everything, and it was fun. So y'all, when you put this on, you make sure you do it like this, and you press. And when you do the bell, which is the back, I think of bell back, you don't press hard, you do it lightly, because this is to hear low sounds. This is to hear high sounds. And I got the food, y'all. I had to. Y'all, look at all these chips. There I go. I hope they got my stuff right. Look at these chips. I mean, come on now. This is a mess. But, girl, I had to. What you talking about? I had to get my bones wing on. You guys, look. I'm finna cry.
I know you. But I don't think you've ever truly appreciated
I got a 95 on my first exam. So when you're paperless, I really like it because everything is in one spot. So like, see, I got literally every class on here. I have health assessment, essentials, micro, everything is on here. So I can just go straight to it, and when it's time for the test, all I have to do is go boop, you know, and study whatever I need to study. So that's one thing I really like about it, and it makes it simple. Because another thing, if you look in the corner, it tells you how many pages you have in that particular like PowerPoint or whatever. I don't know if you can see it, but okay. This one says 51 pages, I think. So when I'm studying, I automatically can think to myself, okay, I have to study 25. I can take a break and go back and do another 25. That helps a lot when it comes to like time management. And a lot of times, like when you're studying for big finals and big tests, you're so worried that you won't get to everything, you know, or that it's just so much. When you have a gauge to tell you how many pages, it can ease your fears and make you eat that elephant one bite at a time. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. And I like how I can name my notes, and I don't really use my iPad for anything else other than note taking and reading my notes. It's like one big notebook basically. So yeah, that's paperless. That's how paperless is going. I used to make really pretty notes on GoodNotes. I would say GoodNotes is better at making notes pretty, and I'm gonna show you the way the pen stroked and everything like was much better on this app. The sales. So yeah, that one's a much nicer app as far as like aesthetics. So if you're a drawer, I would use GoodNotes. But if you just need like the agility, or I guess the fast quickness of writing notes, I would use Notability because it's very convenient. Very simple. And that's what I've been doing. Like, you can make your Notability notes pretty, don't get me wrong, but like the pen stroke is very basic to me, and like, this all I be doing in this class. Like, just regular notes, nothing too much. You can't see it because it's purple. But, yeah. I just take regular notes in that class.
So, can someone tell me in your own words what is metabolism?
Has your family had a history of head problems?
No, I don't think so.
Has your family had a history of headaches?
No, not really.
Has your family had a history of nasal problems?
Yeah, my sister gets hay fever, so every spring she sneezes and her nose runs. She has to take something over the counter for it.
Has your family had a history of mouth problems?
No, not really.
So type of while, I just asked Tina to open her mouth, and she just straight out said no. She said no. I'm gonna show y'all look. Can you open your mouth, please?
No.
Girl, can you open your mouth so I can figure out what's wrong with you? All right, no palpable findings. Thank you. Next. Okay, this is my dad, and I'm about to practice on him doing his blood pressure. Would you hold this? I'm gonna do this. And okay, so my dad's a fireman, and he would just like to say something. So I asked him about where the cuff should be. So there's a tiny dot, well, circle right here. And so when I put it on, because, okay, so when you palpate the radial artery, it's close to the thumb. Hope you can see. It's close to the thumb. But when you're trying to take blood pressure, you're actually doing the brachial artery, which is actually close to the pinky side. And so what my dad was saying, when he checks people's blood pressure, he usually puts the circle right here in the middle. So, Dad, what would you say would be correct?
To reiterate, the brachial artery is on the inside. When you check a baby, the brachial artery is inside the arm, closest to the body. This is a vein. So that's what I was saying.
And if some of y'all don't know, firemen do check people's blood pressure. Actually, if you can't check your own blood pressure, you can actually get the fire department to check it for you every day at the same time. So